TRX4M! I'm super excited. You guys have been raving about this thing for a long time, telling me I need to pick one up and check it out. Apparently they're a little bit hard to come by, but coming back in stock finally. This is the highly talked about 1/18 scale release from Traxxas. If you're unfamiliar with this platform, this is Traxxas's first entry in the microcrawler platform. It currently comes in a couple different body styles. This Ford Bronco here, which I got, and a Land Rover Defender. Today we're gonna take a look at the Traxxas TRX4M. We're gonna unbox it, talk about all the features, also have some early upgrades from Traxxas. We're gonna install those, and then of course we're going to trail test it. So stay tuned. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. Here you're gonna find RC reviews, tips and tricks, run videos, flight videos, and other things related to RC. I'm hoping to help people grow in the hobby, so if you guys don't wanna miss future videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Also wanna say a huge thank you to my growing community of patrons on Patreon. Thanks to you all for helping my channel grow. I'm excited to announce my new partnership with Traxxas. This platform is near and dear to my heart. The 1/10 scale TRX4 Defender was my first ever RC trail truck. Kicked off my interest in scale rock crawling. So as you can see behind me, I've gotten quite the collection since then. That was about 4 years ago. So you have been warned. All right, let's jump on in. Alrighty, here we go. The Traxxas TRX4M Bronco. Currently available for $149.99. So that is a really great price for what you get. Traxxas is really setting the bar. These are going to be 155 wheelbase rigs. Come with straight axles, fully waterproof electronics, lock diffs. Because there are so many different body styles available for the 1/10 scale, I'm sure that they'll probably come out with some other body styles, but currently available in a fully licensed Ford Bronco and a fully licensed Land Rover Defender. The Bronco edition is currently available in red, white, blue, and black. The Land Rover Defender is available in blue, red, silver, and green. I looked on Traxxas's website, and if you just purchase the body separately, they also have a couple different color options available. So seems like they are definitely growing this platform pretty quickly. This is also going to be ready to run, so you get a battery and a charger, transmitter, receiver, motor, ESC, servo, everything included. All you're gonna need to do is pick up some AA batteries for your transmitter. I decided to go with the Bronco because I already have a couple Defenders and I don't have a Bronco body yet, so I wanted to try something different. Let's take a look. Got a little plastic wrap on our little buddy here, a Traxxas top qualifier transmitter, got our battery and our charger. Let's take the little guy out. So here's everything that comes in the box. Of course, you're gonna get your 1/18 scale tiny truck. We got our instructions pack here. I'm gonna take a look at that in a second. We got our top qualifier 2-channel transmitter. Sort of looks like a pared down version of what you get with the 1/10 scale. A little bit of a reach for one-handed driving, but otherwise really nice ergonomic design here. You are going to need to provide 4 AA batteries for the transmitter. If you have not been using rechargeable batteries in your transmitters, now is the time to switch over. These over time are a lot more economical and a lot better for the environment. So you're not just tossing batteries when they're dead. These are EBL 2800 milliamp high capacity AA batteries. We got our LiPo battery here, 750 milliamp 2-cell. This is going to be a 2-cell compatible truck. It's going to come with the Traxxas connector here. Our charger is a USB charger. This is going to be a 2-amp fast charger, which is nice. Comes with some basic tools, a couple Allens, some spacers for your shocks if you want to adjust the preload, and a little T-wrench. All right, let's take a look at this thing. Love the look of the Bronco body. Honestly, if the gas mileage was better on these in real life, I would totally consider getting one. I think they look very cool. Love the look of the red one as well. They did a really good job with this body. It's a hard body, so not a Lexan body. Gonna be hard plastic. Nice scale details. You got your side mirrors there. No mirror finish. It's just kind of like the silver color sticker. We're gonna get our windshield wipers there. Really nice plastic molded grille, plastic molded front bumper here. Door handles. We got a little roof rack, which is cool. You can add your scale accessories. Looking on the back, we got a spare tire, which is actually just a faux plastic little case. So there's no functional tire there. Has a Bronco emblem sticker here, also the emblem sticker on the truck. And it also has lighting buckets too. I believe there's LEDs integrated already, but we'll check that out for sure. Got a Traxxas sticker license plate here. I know they also make a trailer for these, so I'm sure that they also make a hitch adapter. We'll have to check that out. But all in all, I really like the look of this truck. Taking a look at our wheels and tires here, these are going to be 1-inch plastic rims. So I actually noticed that these aren't glued on yet. So they're just sort of set in there. Makes it easy to put on your own tires if you want to upgrade those immediately. Otherwise, you're gonna want to glue those on with some super thin cyanoacrylate, CA, or super glue. For our tires, these are a 1-inch inner diameter and a 2.2-inch outer diameter. These are licensed BF Goodrich mud terrains, KM3s, pretty cool. One of my favorite treads, actually. As I mentioned, you can take the tire off and there's going to be no foams in there, surprisingly. So no foams, but a really nice soft tread here, kind of sticky. And once you glue these are going to be vented. And these are going to be bushings in there. So one way that they save cost, instead of ball bearings, they're using metal bushings. It's also going to decrease the amount of maintenance you're going to need to do on these. Traxxas does a really good job at setting the bar for the scaled trail truck market, pushing the boundaries, innovating with their designs. One really cool thing I like is that the body is mounted with this clip design. No more fumbling with those tiny body clips. Super easy. There's just one clip here in the front, one clip in the back, and and the body comes off. You could do it one-handed. Very cool. Another thing now I'm noticing is that the windows are tinted. Kind of cool. So if you want to have a scale driver or a scale interior, that's definitely an option. I know with my TRX4 Defender, the windows were like a black sticker. So really like the tinted windows here. Taking a look at the chassis, these are going to be steel C-frame chassis rails. Looks like all the hardware on here is going to be hex. Taking a look at our axles, these are going to be plastic molded axles, straight axles here, no portals, but lots of detail in the molding, so that's kind of nice, sort of a hard plastic. So taking a look inside our diff box, there's 4 screws on the rear holding it on. I just had to remove the screw holding on our shock and one of our links. Pretty accessible there. Looks like we have metal gears, metal bushings there. I don't see any grease. They might have this like really thin film over some of the metal components, but we're gonna add some of this Cow RC Utter Butter grease. Super easy to apply with this syringe. Just add a little bit, good to go. And they also make these magnetic pit trays. So they hold all your screws in these little compartments. Super helpful. This one's actually the perfect size for the Traxxas TRX4M. I'll put a link to it in the description box below if you want to check it out. Keeps everything super organized when you are wrenching. And for our suspension, it is going to be nice and plush. Super planted. These are 51mm or 2-inch oil-filled shocks. Really nice to see oil-filled shocks, and this is a pretty good size shock, so not those little dinky things. As I mentioned, they also include these preload spacers if you want to adjust your preload. I thought that one of mine was missing. I only had 3 in the little bag, and there was actually one installed on one of the shocks already. I'm pretty sure that I didn't do that unless I'm going crazy, so mine came pre-installed with one of the spacers already. The bottom of the chassis, this is going to be a 4-link suspension. These are all plastic links here, plastic drive shafts. This is sort of a nice beefy front steering link. I like that. Instead of having 2 separate links for our steering, they just have one attachment point here in the center. Kind of neat design. And this is going to be an axle mounted servo. So you can see here, When you get your suspension squish, your servo just stays right there, so mounted to the axle. This looks like the same servo as the shift servos for the 1/10 scale TRX4. I'll have to take a look at that. But it's going to be all metal gears, fully waterproof. Hopefully that lasts quite a long time. I actually never replaced any of my shift servos in the 1/10 scale, so these have lasted really nice for me. Taking a look at our motor, this is a forward mounted motor. This is a Titan 180 size, 87 turn brushed motor from Traxxas. And our transmission box here, this is a single speed transmission. They actually make different gear sets that are modular, so you can easily swap out your gears. I believe they make a high-speed one and some other different gearing options, so take a look at that if you are interested. Here is our ESC, or electronic speed control, and our receiver in one, so that's combined. Pretty standard for the microcrawlers to combine your ESC and receiver into one unit. This is going to be 2 channels, so you're going to get your motor and your servo. Here is where your battery plugs into. Our lighting is plugged into one, and then they also have a spare port if you want to plug in more lights. There's no on and off switch, so to turn it on, you basically just plug your battery in. To turn it off, you take your battery out. So good habit to get in anyways. Do not leave your LiPo batteries plugged in. Here is our set button. That allows you to toggle through a couple different modes. So there's sport mode, trail mode, and crawl mode, and those adjust your forward braking reverse and also your drag brake. So we'll have to play around with that. Check out the manual for more details on that. And then lastly, we have our battery tray here. There's this really nice rubber strap. Nice big rubber strap there to hold your battery on. So it's attached, so you're not going to lose it. Like some of the FMS trucks, it's basically this just little rubber band that I lose all the time. So nice that it's fully attached. All you have to do is put your battery in there and then clip it down on one side. Alrighty, so it's actually a couple days later. Had some time to do some graphics work on the side. I added this topography vinyl and on the hood here as well. I think it looks super cool. I just uploaded these 2 on my Etsy, so they're available for sale if you want. I actually made these with my Silhouette Cameo 4 graphics cutter. I did a tutorial on how to make your own graphics. I'll link that up here. There's going to be a lot of these out there, so it's really cool that you can put a custom touch and make your own graphics. And Traxxas also sent me a ton of their upgrade parts. So I mentioned a couple of those earlier in the video, like tires, a servo mount, but we're going to install some of those today. You can definitely go wild with upgrading this thing. They sent me the gray body. This is the cactus gray. Kind of cool. I'm probably going to mock up some other graphics designs as well. They have an upgraded servo, aluminum servo mount. A lot of their aluminum parts come in many different colors. There's some wheel weights here, brass wheel weights, aluminum diff covers. We got a motor heat sink, metal drive shafts. Here's the slow speed gearing. It looks like a pretty easy swap. It comes with everything pre-installed. You can get Mickey Thompson's or Canyon Trail tires. These look like a little bit more aggressive tread. We got a light kit too, pretty cool. Looks like it's plug and play. Blue anodized shocks. We got metal link set, blue steering link here. So yeah, lots of different upgrade parts available. They also sent me their utility trailer. How cool is this? It's made out of plastic. It has a little attachment point here, and it includes the mounting hardware for a tow hitch. Basically just snaps into place. Cool. And I got a couple scale accessories. I got a crate of beers and a 3D printed border collie that I printed with my resin printer. It's a good size here. Another cool thing they sent is this foam display. So basically it'll just elevate your tires and adds a little nice Traxxas display. I have so many parts here, so I'm probably going to do a giveaway of some of these. If you guys want to be entered to that, go follow me on Instagram. I'll announce it there, so stay tuned. I think we're going to have to do an upgrade video separately, so stay tuned. But today, I think my early upgrade selection is going to be the lighting kit, and we're going to add our brass diff covers, and we're going to do our front steering link. So let's take it away. So we got the light kit installed. It's pretty easy assembly, just plug and play. It comes with a couple zip ties and the lighting harnesses. And you plug it into the spare lighting port there, and you can control it with the set button here on your transmitter. There's a couple different modes and flashers. You can have the headlights on or off, or just the daytime running lights. There's also hazard lights, kind of cool. Just in from Crazy Crawlers, they make a bunch of different foam types. These are laser cut foams. They also make some for the TRX4M. So these are 1-inch foams. The TRX4M ones don't come with any foams at all. It's my first time trying Crazy Crawlers. I believe they're based in Germany. They are available in the States on A-Main Hobbies and other sites. They also make stuff for 1/10 scale. These are their 1.9 size foams. They have a heavy duty one, so heavier, thicker foam, and a light foam. And these ones I believe are their heavy duty ones. These are the Mickey Thompsons. So I think we're gonna actually pair these with the Mickey Thompsons. Super sticky. While we're doing the install, we're actually going to also install these brass weights, I believe just on the front. So some people have mentioned if you add weight down low, really brings it alive. I'm going to just add it to the front first, and we'll see how it performs. Another thing that just arrived is this super cool 3D printed interior. The windows on this are mostly see-through. They're tinted, but you can still see like all the cables in there. Someone mentioned that Joe RC's makes a 3D printed interior. So he also makes a couple different other components like these shock keys. To be able to fit this, you need to also install the rear ESC mount with the shock keys. I'll put a link to his Etsy shop in the description box. If you want to get a scale driver and passenger, he also makes these drop seats, these little buckets. So you can take out the flat ones and install the drop ones, and it allows you to fit a scale driver. Kind of neat. All right, let's install this. It's going to give us a lot more mounting options for our shocks as well. All right, we got our scale interior in, looking pretty good. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting here, but yeah, no more cables that are visible, which is really nice. I think we're freaking done. So we got new tires, wheels, foams, we got a scale interior, we got our light system on, we got some cool metal anodized steering links here, we got some brass wheel weights in the front wheels, and our brass diff covers. We're gonna save the rest of the upgrades for a second video, so stay tuned, subscribe if you don't wanna miss that. Hook it all up. But yeah, let's take it outside. All right, so all in all, what do I think of the Traxxas TRX4M? Does it live up to the hype? A lot of great things about this thing. The price point is awesome. Lots of scale details on the body. The light kit, really cool, brings it all together. You can really sink as much money and time into this thing as you want. The brush motor setup is super smooth, really quiet as well. So the 3 different transmission options, I would say the one it comes with stock. If you want the truck to keep up with you when you're going on like walking speed, the stock transmission is great. If you want something that's gonna be a little bit more crawler style, I would go for the slow speed transmission. That's probably what I'm going to install. Lots of people make things for these, like scale interior. I make the graphic sets. I feel like everyone makes upgrade parts for this, so there's a lot of aftermarket support. Yeah, I can't really think of anything bad to say. If I'm splitting hairs, it's not going to be as good of a crawler as something like your FCX24. That is really designed for like really low speed crawling, and that one comes with a 2-speed transmission. So I think this could be really good with the 2-speed, but I think they wanted to keep the price down. Another con is that they do have proprietary battery connectors, so you can't really just use any LiPo out there on the market unless you solder on a Traxxas connector, because the connector type is specific to the battery and the ESC. So yeah, you kind of have to use all Traxxas stuff unless you swap out your speed control. Yeah, I guess another con is that it's only 2 channels. So you can plug in an extra lighting kit. It is designed with the Traxxas system. There are no other 3rd channel controls on the transmitter though. So huge thank you to Traxxas. I'm so excited to be working with them now. Thanks to my patrons on Patreon. I'll put a link to my recommended video here. You can click on my logo in the middle if you want to subscribe. We're gonna do an upgrade video next. I also have some things to give away, so make sure you go over to my Instagram and give me a follow. I will announce it there. All right, I'll see you later.